You can get all of the best polo in the world at www.live.aapolo.com. Get yourself a subscription to the Triple Crown of Polo, the best polo in the world. If you sign up now, you'll get all of last year's plus all of next year's. The news from Argentina, which I'm sure you probably already know, is La Dolfina won this year's Abierto at Palermo. Adolfo Cambiaso with his 17-year-old, now 10-goal son, Peroto, reunited with Juanma and Polon, beat La Natividad. I think by 2 goals. It was a good game, close. We'll talk about it. But as a result, La Natividad changed their lineup. And them changing their lineup sent shockwaves down through the rest of Polo. La Natividad is not going to be playing with Polito Perez or Nachi Duplessis next year. Barto and Heda Castagnola will be playing with Facundo Perez and Pablo McDonough. A 39-goal team because Facundo was lowered to 9 from 10. But what an amazing dream team of polo players. Now, Nachi Duplessis, along with Bautista Bayugar, is going to go play with Elortina, along with Gonzalo and Nico Perez. So, Ilario Ulloa and Facundo Perez are out at Elortina. I've already said that Facundo went to La Natividad, and Ilario is going to go to La Ache, along with Polito Perez from La Natividad. So now La Ache's new lineup, the number 1 team, is going to be Polito Perez, Ilario Ulloa, Sapo Cassette, and Francisco Elizalde, which will be a dynamite team, at 36 goals. I think this may be the third-ranked team. Elortina is now 35 goals, and we've got another new team at 35 goals. And we also need to talk about La Ache, number 2, which went up 2 goals from last year. They were just La Ache. But let's first talk about La Arenita Grand Champions, which is no longer. This team is disbanded. We already talked about Pablo McDonough going to La Natividad and Francisco Elizalde now being part of the La Ache 36-goal team. And so we have left on this old Arenita team Juan Barritos and Juan Martin Zubia, who both go to the new La Ensenada team, along with Alfredo Bugatti and Geronimo de Carril, a 35-goal team, La Ensenada. Now, La Ache, Santiago Cernadas is out, and Facundo Sola is in. So the new La Ache 2 team will be Toli Ulloa, who was raised from 7 to 8, Joaquin Pitaluga, who was raised from 7 to 8, Ganazu at 8 goals, and then Facu Sola at 8 goals as well, making this team now 32 goals. Okay, next up on our list is La Arenita Clenova. We've already said that Bautista Bayugar is going to go play with Elortina, with Nachi Duplessis and Gonzalo and Nico Perez. So taking Bayugar's place is Mateas Torres Zavaleta, making La Arenita Clenova a 31-goal team, with the Lorente brothers, Isidro Estrada, and Torres Zavaleta. That's 6 of the top 8 teams in the Triple Crown of Polo changing their lineups. Only the 2 Dolfina teams, La Dolfina and Cria La Dolfina, remaining with the same lineup for next year. So one more time, La Natividad will have Heda and Barto, along with Pablo McDonough and Facundo Perez. The new Elortina team is going to be Bautista Bayugar, Gonzalo Perez, Nico Perez, is going to be Francisco Elizalde, Polito Perez, Sapo Cassette, and Ilario Ulloa. La Ensenada will be Juan Barritos, Juan Martin Zubia, Alfredo Bugatti, and Geronimo de Carril. Next we have La Arenita Clenova, which is only change is going to be Matias Torres Zavaleta, along with Isidro Estrada and the Lorente brothers. And then we have La Ache 2, which is Faco Sola, Toli Ulloa, Ganazu, and Pitaluga, giving us 6 new lineups, with La Dolfina at 40 goals, La Natividad at 39, La Ache at 36. At 35, we're going to have Elortina, La Ensenada, and Cria La Dolfina, and La Ache number 2 at 32 goals, and finally La Arenita Clenova at 31 goals. rounding up our top 8 teams. Early next year, we're going to feature a live interview with Andres Ugarte Lorraine. He's the broadcaster for AAP Live, who did the English broadcast for the Triple Crown of Polo. I'm looking forward to that. We'll also feature in January next year the top 10 Triple Crown of Polo matches. We'll review the top 10 games. You can catch all of the games of the Triple Crown of Polo, including the Abierto at Palermo, at www.live.aapolo.com. You've been watching Grandote's Triple Crown of Polo Report. Wishing you a Happy New Year 2023. Reminding you to please subscribe if you haven't, and to be safe. See you next year.